Hi, it's Dave here, and in this video I will review my trades of week 8 2020. So this will not be a forecasting video, that will be my next video that I will record after this. But in this video I want to review my trades that I closed out last Friday. There were quite some trades and I've been quite profitable. I had some winning trades, but also some losing trades that I will like to share with you. So let's have a look at those trades. So this is my trading log where I log all my trades, and besides logging them on my trading log, I also share most of my trades on my Twitter feed, as you can see here. So if you want to follow me and see the trades as I place them, just go to twitter.com, get yourself an account and follow me at Dave Tromp. And I will share most of my trades here. But if you really want to get the trades the minute I place them and get all the entries, exits, and when I move my stops to break even, then you can maybe follow me at Dave Tromp Trades. It's a separate Twitter feed which is private, and you need to subscribe for this. And it's a service that I offer for only €5 per month, and it's a nice way for anyone who's starting to trade and who follows me to have a little bit more confidence in the trades. So it's not trading advice that I give there, but it's just a way for you to see how I trade the minute I trade, and then you can decide for yourself if you want to trade in the same way. So with that out of the way, let's have a look at my trades. The first trade that we could have a look at is the GBP USD. I took a short on that, as you can see here, and I log the charts before I enter the trade and after. So let's have a look at those. So this is the trade before. So this is what the chart looked like. There was this wedge pattern forming and a bearish engulfing candle. So I decided to place an entry below this level, targeting this support area, and have a stop above these highs here, or maybe even these highs here. For a risk to reward of risking 1 for 2 reward. So let's have a look at the live charts and see what played out there. So let's maybe go to the daily to have a better look. On Friday I decided at around 1 o'clock to close out all my trades against the dollar. Because I expected a big change in the dollar, which actually happened. If you look at the dollar index on Friday, we had this huge bearish candle, so it looks like it's turning around here. I expected this to happen for several reasons that I'm not going to get into right now, but I closed them out and I placed a line here where I closed them out. So this trade was closed out at a small profit for 0.14 R. So let's have a look at my log and see what the chart looked like when I actually closed the trade out. So let's open that. So here you can see this is how I log my trades. So at this moment in time I took a snapshot of the chart, and you can see the candle was right here where I closed it out. So that's a nice profit of 0.14. So in total this week I closed out all these trades for about 3.5 R, which is quite good. But I also had 2 losing trades that you can see here on the US dollar Swiss franc. This one and another one, twice actually. So that's we'll have a look at that later. But now let's go to the USD Canadian dollar. So let's open the chart before. That's this one. Just a second. There we go. Okay, so we had some sideways pattern going on here, so some range bound market with the low here and the high here. So as price moved back into these highs here in this resistance area, I decided to simply place an entry at the bottom of this level and my stop at the other side, targeting 2R, trying to get out at this support line. And let's see how that played out. So let's go to the exit chart. So price did push into this resistance area and then broke lower, and we went into profit. And then on Friday at around 1 o'clock GMT, so that's before the New York session would open, price made this kind of stalling pattern, and I was expecting some sort of maybe a bounce higher and then we would go lower, and I didn't want to see my profits go back to zero, and I already had moved my stop to break even, so that would take me out of the trade. So I would rather take profit at that moment, so that would be a profit of 0.55R, and that's exactly what I did. So I have a 0.55R result in my trading log. So let's look at the live charts now. What did price do? So actually price dropped here, so the US dollar dropped, so the US dollar to Canadian dropped as well. So I missed out on some profits here, and I could have stayed in this trade for more downside. That's too bad, but I just wanted to get out of all of my trades and have a relaxing Friday afternoon and Friday evening without having to monitor my trades. So that's also a reason why I wanted to get out of all of the trades and then reevaluate in the weekend and see what I would do next. Okay, so that's another win for the USD CAD. So let's have a look at those Swissy trades, the US dollar Swissy. I had two losing trades here. So there is one here that I got in at this level, but I placed the stop very tight at the bottom of this low here. I figured there's some sort of support line here, although there was a bigger and that turned resistance, although there was a bigger resistance area, and I should have placed my stop above here, as you will see later. So that's a lesson for me to learn, to look more at the zones and not only at these levels. So this is what happened. Price moved higher and then by 1 pip took me out on this daily candle, and then as you will see later, price would go even higher. So that's this short trade on the supply zone. I believe this is just a double entry. Let me look at this trade, US dollar Swiss franc. Okay, that's another trade. Yes, correct. Same thing happened here. So also I got in at this this level again, and then price took me out when price went higher. So let's look at the exit. So again, price moved higher violently and took me out. So you see, if I would have placed my stop above here, there would have been no problem, especially if you look at the live charts. That's going to be very clear. So that's the US dollar Swissy. So I got taken out right here at this level, and so this is a new trade that I was considering, but I did not enter it. So let's hide this one. Oh, and 1 second. Okay, sorry. This was another trade that I was looking at, and this one I already changed it to how I should have played it, but it was like this. So for a 2R, it's something like this. So I got in here at the low, and then price went up and through my stop, and then later it went down, but it never hit the outside of this resistance area. So that's a lesson for me to make sure that I keep my stops outside of these levels. That will keep me in the trade. The downside is that you have a bigger stop, so you need to have bigger profit targets if you want to have the same kind of risk to reward. So then after this happened and we had this candle here, I was considering another trade that you just saw already, kind of. So that's this one. I did not actually take this, and I did not place it on my Twitter feed because I was already in too many trades, so I didn't want to add another one against the US dollar. And but this would have been a nice trade. So the idea behind it was that if price goes below the low of this candle here, which also is the low of this resistance area, then we would see more downside, and we just place a stop above the resistance area. So that would have been a great trade. I do believe that we might see some more continuation here. That's already forecasting a little bit, but price could do something like this and then go down, something like that. So this is definitely a bearish signal to me, but that's for my next video. So let's continue with reviewing my trades. So these are the Swissy trades. On the US dollar, Japanese yen, I did place some possible entries that got not triggered, so let's not look at those. And then we have the New Zealand dollar. Let's first go to the Euro USD. That is this one. So this is the way the chart looked before. So we had this, this is on the 4 hour, by the way. So we have this clear stepping down action. So we have impulsive, corrective, impulsive, corrective. So we have a leg down, consolidation, a leg down, consolidation. So here we had the leg down, consolidation. So I was expecting another leg down as a continuation if price would break below here. So let's see if that actually happened. And yes, that happened. And then price started consolidating again right at this level. So as it started consolidating here, I figured that price could turn around, or at least see some move higher before going lower again. And I already had my stop at break even, so I wanted to get out at this moment just for some profit. So that's what I did, and I made a profit of 0.65R. So let's have a look at the live chart, the current chart. And as you can see, price turned around and would have gone through my break even stop, but I got out at this point for, as I said, 0.65R. Maybe we could have a look at the 4 hour to get a more clear view. So here you have this stepping action, consolidation, and then I decided to get out at this point here. Okay, so now let's have a look at the New Zealand dollar and AUD USD. I had some very profitable trades there, so that's always nice to share, but it's not important. The most important thing is that overall I've been profitable, not that these trades have been profitable. But let's analyze them and let's see what happened. So let's go to the log first, and let's go to the New Zealand dollar, US dollar, and open the trade as I saw it. So I shared this trade also on my Twitter feed, so you can see it here. Let's go to my free feed. So here you can see this is what I shared. So you can see the stop, the entry, and the take profit, and the price action. So you could have followed me if you would follow me on Twitter. So this is what I anticipated. This is the scenario that I sketched, and let's see what happened. So this is what happened. Price broke below this this area and then went straight down. So that's always nice to see. But then on this support level, there's a smaller candle. We saw some consolidation, and I was expecting a move higher, a move lower for the dollar as well. So that's why I decided to get out here, and I made a 1.53 R on this trade. So you can see that in my log as well. That's here, and let's look at this is the chart snapshot, where you can see that I got out at this time at 1 o'clock GMT, and that the chart looked like this. Okay, now on the latest trade that I had were actually two trades on the AUD USD. So with the same logic, and there was one trade and then an add-on trade. Let's leave these charts here. I think you will believe me how I got in and out. I think I can most clearly show you what happened on the live chart. Let's move to the 4 hour for some more clarity. So we have this we had this trend down in the AUD USD, and then we had some large consolidation, and within that large consolidation we had this smaller consolidation. So I decided to take a first trade at the break of this level here at the small consolidation, so with a pretty tight stop, and I could afford a smaller target to still have a 1 to 2 risk to reward. So price broke lower and then hit the target here, but I also placed a second trade based on this larger structure. So if price would break even lower below this point here, then I would take a second trade with a bigger stop, of course, and a bigger target. So I got out around this level here for both trades. One trade was taken out here just by its take profit, and the other one I closed out at 1 o'clock by hand. So let's have a look at the second trade that I closed out by hand, so I can show you what that looked like. That's this one. So you can see I got out here at 1 o'clock GMT at this level. So this is the daily chart, so this is at level 6603. So on the 4 hour that would be around here, so exactly here, right before price would turn around and go up. That's where I got out. Okay, so these are all my trades. In total I made, as I said, combined 3.5 R, and I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 winning trades and 2 losing trades. So that's pretty good. I hope you liked to see how I trade, and if you want to be updated on every trade that I take, just follow me on Twitter at Dave Tromp. And if you like what you see there, you might want to subscribe to Dave Tromp Trades. So that's it for me, and I'll see you in the next video.